Good evening, everybody. My name's Neadra Cooper. Here's my week 4 discussion post. Um, my reasoning and my belief behind the shortages of nurses has, to me, ultimately to do with COVID. COVID has taken over and has, I wouldn't say ruined a lot of people's lives, but it has. It has, called a damper on certain occupations and things of that nature. And for it to cause the damper that it has caused on nursing is very hard. And I feel like that being is because, these were at one point nurses and doctors were superheroes, they were saving the lives. They were seeing all these patients that came in with this virus, and they saw the different ins and outs of those patients, and just dealing with the ones that did survive and the ones that didn't survive, and having to explain to their families that they couldn't be there with them, that it was just the nurses or the doctors who could really care for them and who could really comfort them and who could really be there for them. So I think that took a mental toll on nurses, and it caused them to want to venture out to do other things in healthcare, is what I personally believe. Um, I'm in education, and due to COVID, and it's just being in and out of school or being out of school for so long, it mentally was draining, to have to work from home, to try to teach from home, to still be a mother and teach your child or your children. That was all mentally draining. It was all physically draining. So I can only imagine, what the nurses and what the doctors and what the CPAs were all going through. And so, I feel like they just wanted to venture out to do other things in healthcare where they didn't have to physically see a patient every single day, or mentally think about, well, I didn't save this patient today, or what can I do better tomorrow to better help this patient so that I don't lose another patient. So I believe that's what happened. I have a cousin who's actually a nurse, and she stopped working in a hospital and started doing traveling. So she's now a travel nurse. And I can tell in her physical, in her mental, that she's in a much better space because that's not something that she has to see daily. And not only that, but they're working these long hour shifts where 12 hours was already a long time to work, but now you're doing double that, double work. So I just feel like it was just mentally draining, and they wanted to venture out. Well, thank you for listening to me. Have a great week.